Hey Gemini, last but not least, I had to reset on my son. I'm looking all sleepy and ready for bed, but I've got to get you in. I'm doing Mercury retrograde reading, so 3 card reading, 5 minutes, just quick little insights into Mercury retrograde on the energies we're working with, some little guidance. Let's see what's in store for us, guys. Um, So Mercury in retrograde is basically the planet Mercury is retrograding, which can appear to be going backwards, but it's actually not. It's kind of like as it goes. I think it's its furthest. It kind of looks as though it comes back on us as it's orbiting. It does it about 3 to 4 times a year. I think it's every quarter, every 3 months. I don't know. I'm too tired for all that kind of semantics. But basically, the planet Mercury is the planet of communication. So during this time, there can be miscommunications. And remember that communication can come in many forms. And when the universe is trying to communicate with us, it cannot just speak like our voices. So it's the signs. Mercury in retrograde amplifies it so that you are listening. It's like brings it all to the surface. It goes, hey, look, you're not dealing with me. You need to. Let's go. Okay? However, we have Pisces full moon on the 10th, I think, in the southern hemisphere, so it's around the exact same time as we're retrograding. Pisces full moon is basically very spiritual, intuitive time. So I feel like actually this Mercury in retrograde isn't going to be that bad for us because I feel like we're seeing the signs, we're seeing things as they are quite clearly, we know where we're going and we know what we're creating. If you are somebody who is hesitant, who is kind of like stuck in a rut, things may just come up for you more so, but I do feel like you will understand the messages quite clearly. All the signs seem to be quite positive, and I'm really feeling it. I'm loving this vibes. Let's end this year on a more high, and let's get our goals, right? So let's see what you have, Gemini. So we have reflecting pool stillness. This has come up for quite a few water and air signs. It is a time for you to, it's kind of like hermit card, right? It's about going within, and kind of not acting. So if you do have a lot of kind of miscommunications, and I feel like for you Gemini, there might be a little bit of this in there. I'll explain why as I go along. Don't react is the kind of guidance with this card. It's about reflecting on things that come forward. So if something does happen, mistakes are made, you're having a pot of bad luck because that happens during Mercury retrograde. It's not about reacting to it and thinking, oh shit, I need to change something. It's about reflecting on what that could mean. What areas need work? What is kind of, how are you feeling? How are you being in the now? And right now the universal energies as well are all about being in the now, and not worrying so much about the future. It's reflecting, living in the moment. With the full moon as well, that is a time of reflection and letting go of things. And I think as well, actually, I kind of want to say to you guys, reflecting on what you have to be appreciative of. Show your gratitudes. Keep that in mind. So your next card is the Bear Spirit. Healing. Healing. So this seems very similar to me to what I said to Cancer. I feel like you are healing not only yourself, but kind of like your ancestral wounds. So if you have been working with shadow work, or healing things like repetitive patterns and things that have needed the work in your life that you've seen repeating, this is a time, I feel like you're coming to the end of that. Like you are healing these patterns, you are breaking them, you are being that person that your family line needs you to be, right? And that is all this kind of like what this lifetime's about. It's about breaking all of those curses and healing all of those wounds, but that all of our ancestors lived through and have been through and struggled, right? And I feel like this is a time for you to reflect on how far you've come. And actually I want you to see an example of that in yourself, actually. I feel like I want to say that to you. Interesting. There is snow and coldness. If you are in the northern hemisphere, I feel like as the winter's cool, as the winter comes and the weather cools is what I want to say, that this can be a great time for you to be kind of harvesting, be that bear that hibernates at home, reflect, go in. So I'd say during this time, during Mercury retrograde, the advice is to kind of be more of a homebody. I don't know what that is. What is the word? But basically stay home. Don't go out, because it's a time of reflection. It's not a time to socialize. In saying that, we have the elves' playfulness. This feels totally contradictory to that to a degree, but I feel like it's more about seeing the humor and laughter and enjoying, and this is the gratitude side of things. I kind of want you to see the lightness in all of your situations. I feel like that's the reflections that you should be taking. Again, focusing on the gratitudes. And seeing the love and laughter and joy that you have around you. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of family. I'm seeing young ones, and this can be cousins, nieces, nephews, children. I just feel like there's joy and laughter around you. And I am seeing children being that kind of thing. So that's why I'm saying cousins, nieces, nephews, kids. I'm feeling like lots of love and joy, and that innocence being a very good influence in your life. New beginnings, and this could be building a family as well, and that starts with connections, that ancestral. Again, it could be that you are attracting a soulmate, and this is a time to reflect on the relationships that you have and see the gratitudes you have there. I feel like you will get some insights into this in your situations. We have purple to white to greens, so it is a very intuitive, innocent, healing, warm, loving feel. I'm loving that for you. So it feels very good, but I do get this sense of seeing the humor, seeing the good, gratitudes, time of reflection, no action, just heal yourself. And I feel like this is a great time for you to focus. During a full moon as well, that is a great time. Obviously, it's only the full moon. We go from full moon to new moon. So use this time wisely to show your gratitude and let go of anything that is no longer serving you. And make sure that you come into that new moon at the end of Mercury retrograde from a new perspective of what goals you wish to achieve and where you want to be this time next month. I feel like that's great. This is actually very constructive for you, Gemini. I feel like you might have one of the most constructive readings for these 5-minute quick reads. So thank you so much for being here. Please check out your September reading for a more fuller view of what's in store for you, and I'll see you next month. Thank you so much, guys.